What could I have done to evoke that master of time and space in him?
Great question. Okay, this is great. I don't know, I've got to check into my hotel. I don't know if I can make it back. I'm not sure what to do. I know we have to have a date. I don't know what to do. I'm lost. I need help.
So I look for guidance?
Tell me what to do, right? So
Okay.
if you want him to be in charge, like in that moment, you got in charge of your own thing for understandable reasons. But because you're asking that question, I'm going to tell you, in that moment, the moment you say, I don't know what to do. I've got to get into my hotel. I've got a bag. I don't know if I'm going to make it back. I don't know. What should I do? Right? Would that have felt better to you, my friend?
Yes.
Yes. Good. But men, would that have felt better? Would have like, okay, well, let's figure out, I'm master of time and space. Let me figure out what to do. let me check in my phone, and it's this far to your hotel. I'm calculating. Hold on 1 second. Yeah, so 20 minutes there, 20 minutes back. All right. We're going to meet here at da-da-da. Now, I know this sounds kind of silly, but here's what you're demonstrating. You're demonstrating that your consciousness is deeper than hers in that moment, and she can relax hers, which allows her to be more in her feminine. She can't be in her feminine and also be the master of her own time and space. She can't. It's not fair to ask her to. It's not in a relational moment. Now has buku power out in the world and in life with her feminine doing that and using her own masculine, but you can't ask her to be polarized in a feminine state and then, have to make a lot of decisions. Does that help?
That's really helpful. I think until probably this experience, unearthing this, I've always just sort of waited for the masculine to be revealed instead of taking it as an invitation to evoke it.
Totally. Yeah, because no matter how good, you could find the most conscious, deep, meticulous practitioner on the fucking planet, and he's going to forget. And you're going to feel heartbroken because he dropped you. So the other piece of that, like let's say he did have your number, right? And you went to the hotel and you didn't hear from him for half an hour. Then you maybe send a little cry face emoji. You're revealing the truth of your heart, or you say help, or you do anything that lets him know where you're at emotionally. This is the metaphor I like to use, which is if he's the captain of the moment, right? Again, this is only because the moment desires this, right? You desire this, I'm assuming, right? You desire to be led. You would have liked to have been led? Yeah. So if that's the case, then he's taking the boat someplace. He's the sailboat captain, so to speak. He needs to know the weather, and you're the weather. If you're silent, he'll just sit there in the middle of the ocean, I don't know how many guys sail, but you need wind, you need weather, otherwise you're just like, Yeah? And so your expression is the weather. Same like with you, for example, he's trying to lead you guys. He's like, well, I don't know. She seems to want to talk, so maybe I should just talk, and right? But you're like, and you're feeling like, oh. So what was really happening in your heart, I would surmise, is that there was like a, Yeah, that's the weather. You guys get that? That, Even if you just did that, you're out to dinner, he starts chatting, and you're like, It's weather, right? Or the one that's a fun one to give is the little hiss. We had a kitty here today, like, that's weather. Or stomping your foot, or pinching him, or whatever. Like, anything is better than silence or you taking the lead. Anything. Unless he's like, fuck it, baby, I can't lead. You go ahead. You're better at this. I don't even know where the fuck I am. That would probably feel better to her. Now, she could have taken, it's another scenario. If you're lead challenged, right? Because, sometimes I am too, right? So a lot of men okay, if I'm lead challenged in the moment, I can't. I'm just too fucked up from that exercise, or I can't even make a decision. Like, pick a restaurant for us, and once we get to the restaurant, I'll take over. That is better, right? That's better. So they just want to know that you are more conscious than them so that they don't have to hold consciousness. And they can just drop into that juicy, lovey movement and expression. And that's what creates polarity.